and welcome to the Veggie Kitchen. I'm your host Ed. We're coming to you from Orange County, California. I got white beans, I got mushrooms, I got leeks. It's all coming together in a delicious savory. It's a 30-minute meal. It's good food fast. Right here, VeggieKitchen.org. Today we're cooking up a delicious white bean, mushroom, and leek savory dinner. This is a quick dinner. I'm starting with 2 cans of cannellini beans, and I'm going to just put them in a pot with a little bit of water. What I want to do here is I'm going to let these simmer for about 5 minutes. I like to take this step first because I want the beans to get a little bit soft before they go into the pan. Okay, this is on. White bean and mushroom savory with leeks. That's what we're doing tonight. I have the leeks started here. On the leeks, I'm just using the bottom parts. This is a leek if you haven't seen one. This is a leek, and I'm using the white part up through the light green up to about here. Okay, and I'm going to have 2 leeks. It's about a half a cup. And we're going to be using about 1 pound of mushrooms. 1 pound of mushrooms is the proper, well, the right equivalent to balance out the amount of beans we're using. So we have 2 cans of beans. Got to get my pot on here, heating up. 2 cans of beans, 1 pound of mushrooms, about a half cup of leeks. A little olive oil in the pan. Let this warm up. That'll do. Looks good. Okay, this is a simple recipe and it's really quick. The kind of recipe you come home from work, not much time. You can just open a few cans, grab some mushrooms. These were whole mushrooms. I started off with whole ones, and I just chopped them down. But you know, they do sell them already cut if you wanted to go that route. So I'm just let the pan heat up a little bit. This is a medium-high heat I'm using. Okay, and the leeks go in. The leeks are in, and the mushrooms. I'm going to let these simmer for about 10 minutes. I want the mushrooms to get a nice brown, golden brown. I'm going to simmer them. Excuse me, I'm not going to simmer them. I'm going to saute them. Saute, which means I'm not going to put the lid on the pan right now because I want them to cook off the water. Mushrooms have a lot of moisture in them. And if I put the lid on them, then they'll end up steaming. By leaving the lid off, we'll get a nice saute and the mushrooms turn a nice golden brown. This is going to go for 10 minutes. The beans are going to go for 5 minutes. I'll let this go and we'll be back in a few minutes. VeggieKitchen.org. Okay, we're back. It's been about 7-8 minutes and the mushrooms and the leeks are looking beautiful. The mushrooms are nice golden brown, and I'm going to get the beans out now. I left the beans on just to boil up and then I lowered them to simmer. As I said, I wanted them to get a little bit softer. You could actually skip this step if you wanted to, but I like to do it. So now the beans in with the mushrooms. And we're going for our spices now, our flavoring. Got some garlic. Italian dish always got to have garlic, right? And I'm using some thyme and parsley. Thyme and parsley in the pan. And for a little bit of liquid, a little bit of like a stew, to make this like a stew, I have some vegetable broth here. A hit of salt, a little bit, a little pepper. And now, mix it up. Cover it. This goes for 5 minutes. Now you heard the toaster pop, right? Yeah, the toaster popped. I have, one more time. I'm going to make some toaster croutons to go with this dish here. That's the grain we're having there. We're having toast. But to make it more fun, more cool, I'm going to toast the bread and cut it into little bits. I'm going to baste it with olive oil first, a little spices, and then I'm going to put it on top of each serving. This dish here will make 4 servings. So each bowl will get a slice of toaster croutons, one slice of bread. I'm using whole grain bread here, And I'm going to toast it twice because I want it to get kind of dry here. Alright, so that's going to be going on. This is going on. We have 5 minutes. We'll be back. VeggieKitchen.org. Okay, the toast just popped for the second time. We're ready. I'm going to baste it with a little bit of olive oil. And in the olive oil, I put some of the herbs I used in the savory. So there's a little bit of the thyme in here, a little bit of the parsley. This is a vegan dish. So I'm using these croutons as our grain, and I'm keeping it vegan. There's no Parmesan cheese, no butter. See? Just cutting up into little squares here. And the bread is, like I said, I double toasted the bread so it's nice and dry. It's good to go. And the beans are done. This is the cannellini beans, mushrooms, leeks. Turn this off. All in the vegetable broth. Good to go. Beautiful. As I said, this is 4 helpings. Serving it in bowls. I have some salad on the side already made. A little Italian dressing. And we are ready for it. Let me see here. Croutons. This is it. White bean mushrooms and leeks with toaster croutons. This is VeggieKitchen.org. Thanks for watching, and you can also find us on iTunes. Just search for The Veggie Kitchen. Thank you very much.